From swimsuits and leggings to rash guards and fanny packs, we've got all the items you need to start your clothing line, on demand and without any upfront investment. Sounds exciting? Well, before you hop to Printful's product catalog, let me show you an exclusive look into how we control the quality of your next all-over print product in this episode of Ask Printful. Hi, I'm Elizabeth from Printful. This is part 3 of our behind-the-scenes tour of the Latvian Fulfillment Center with our in-house expert, Sergejs. This time, we'll go over some of the quirks of all-over printing and show you a live demo of how all-over print yoga leggings are made. Let's get into it. So we've got one more process to go through, and we're gonna look at our all-over print clothing.
So what we are doing now, we are printing the sublimation inks on the transfer paper that we will use to print on the fabric. And what you can see here is that sublimation inks are printed on the transfer paper, and it's basically as a sponge that is just holding the ink until we can get to the heat press and then apply the ink on the fabric. Here you can also see the color wedges that we are using to measure stability of the printing and check that the colors that we are printing are exactly the same every time we are printing them. Why it's called all-over print is because we are printing on a full width of the fabric roll instead of how we are doing the same with the sublimation process with different other products like flip-flops, for example, where we are printing only part of the product because we are printing on the paper, then applying this paper on the flip-flop and then doing the sublimation process.
And so sublimation is the technique, and then all-over print is kind of a product type, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
What we see here is now, this is a blank material and it's feeded to the heat press. And here's our printed paper, and they are coming together in a heat press, and that's how the ink is transferred on the fabric. And here you already can see that this is the final printed graphic on the fabric.
And what do we do to control for quality in sublimation?
The process itself is really complex, and all this complexity means that if something in the process goes wrong, we need to catch where it happened, fix it, and redo all the process.
Okay, sounds complicated. And how does fabric type affect that?
The most important thing is the base color of the fabric, because in nature there is no such a thing as absolute white or pure white color. Everything is in the tones of greenish, yellowish, bluish. And it means when we are sublimating on some fabric, we need to keep in mind what is the base color of this fabric. Leggings fabric, for example, is really bright. It's bright blue. Backpack fabric, it's a little bit more yellowish. So if we will print the same design on both fabrics, they will not look the same under the same lighting, just because the fabrics itself are in different tone. So what we can see here now is that we are cutting out our printed fabric into the pieces that will be sewn together in the end.
Okay, Sergejs, thank you for your time. I think we learned a lot today. And I guess the only question left is, what should our customers do if something happens, if something fails in the quality control? So is there a way for customers to contact us to fix something?
We are trying to control all the processes, but of course the errors are possible. In any case, if any error happens or customer feels that there is some mistake done with his order, he needs to contact our customer support and mention what the product was ordered, when it was ordered, or as much detailed specific information as he can, also providing some images, because we are controlling the processes and we are logging the processes, how we are producing the customer orders. We can go back and look, was it a problem with, let's say, damaged fabric, or it was a problem with the process itself, or maybe it was like weather conditions that took some error on our machines. And then, of course, we will try to fix it.
All right, sounds good.
Now that you've learned what sublimation printing is and how products with this technique are made, all that's left for you to do is create your own. Head over to Printful.com, choose your favorite all-over print product from our catalog, and add your design. You don't even need any graphics apps for your visuals. We got you covered with our Design Maker, where you can make custom pattern designs in a few clicks. I left a link for the tutorial in the description. You can always contact our professional graphic design team to help you bring your ideas to life. This concludes our 3-episode tour of our fulfillment center. But we're not stopping here. There are other videos that will come out in this series, so make sure to subscribe to get notified when they come out. If there are any other things you wish to ask Printful, you can do so in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.